Russia has reported multiple strikes targeting Western-supplied arms in Ukraine, escalating tensions as Moscow accuses Kyiv and its allies of provocation. Ukrainian officials have also confirmed widespread attacks on critical infrastructure, including energy facilities. The Russian Defense Ministry announced its forces had destroyed several Western-supplied military assets in Ukraine, including armored vehicles, UK and US-made howitzers, ammunition depots, and military airport infrastructure. Additionally, Russian air defense systems reportedly intercepted a Ukrainian Neptune missile and shot down 49 drones. In retaliation for Ukrainian attacks on Russian territory, the ministry stated that Russia recently launched over 100 missiles and deployed 466 drones. The strikes specifically targeted positions where Ukraine had stationed Western-provided long-range weapons, including the US-supplied ATACMS missiles. Russian President Vladimir Putin issued a stark warning, declaring his readiness to strike decision-making centers in Kyiv using a newly developed ballistic missile, the Oreshnik.
At present, the Ministry of Defense and the General Staff of the Russian Army are selecting targets for strikes on Ukrainian territory. These could include military facilities, defense industry enterprises, or decision-making centers in Kyiv, especially since the Kyiv regime has repeatedly tried to strike at state-critical facilities in Russia, in St. Petersburg and Moscow. These attempts continue.
Speaking at a summit in Kazakhstan, Putin claimed the Oreshnik missile, tested for the first time last week, is virtually unstoppable by modern air defense systems.
Finally, the newest hypersonic strike system, Oreshnik, in a non-nuclear configuration, had to be tested in combat conditions, as I mentioned earlier, in response to Western-made long-range missile strikes on Bryansk and Kursk regions. The Oreshnik has no analogs in the world, and I doubt similar systems will appear anytime soon.
Equipped with 6 warheads and capable of traveling at 10 times the speed of sound, the Oreshnik can penetrate underground bunkers and deploy submunitions to cause massive destruction. Putin likened the missile's potential devastation to that of a nuclear weapon. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky dismissed Putin's comments as sabre-rattling, aimed at undermining international efforts to resolve the conflict. Speaking after Ukrainian forces used ATACMS and Storm Shadow missiles to target Russian territory, Zelensky emphasized that Ukraine would not be intimidated by Russia's threats of escalation. Zelensky also accused Moscow of trying to derail future peace initiatives, particularly those anticipated under the incoming US administration. President-elect Donald Trump has repeatedly claimed he could swiftly end the conflict, but has yet to outline specific plans.
Putin once again promoted his missiles, his readiness to kill and destroy. To the thousands of missiles that have already struck Ukraine, Putin clearly wants to add thousands more. He has no interest in ending this war. Moreover, Putin wants to prevent others from ending this war. His current saber-rattling with Oreshnik is aimed solely at disrupting the efforts of President Trump that are sure to follow his inauguration.
As Ukraine continues to receive advanced weaponry from Western allies, including the US, UK, and France, Russian forces are intensifying efforts to neutralize these assets. Moscow's actions highlight its determination to respond aggressively to what it perceives as direct Western involvement in the conflict. The exchange of threats and intensifying military operations further complicate the prospect of de-escalation, signaling that the war in Ukraine remains far from resolution.